Us. Welcome to the virtual dojo. Today we are going to be running through the syllabus for all 3-level classes. So this one is for the white to orange belt. So we're going to focus on obviously the 3-step and then transition for yellow to orange while they're actually both 3-step. We might do a little bit of shifting just to kind of give you an idea how to work in a tight space. Maybe you don't have room for 3 steps. So we are going to work as, we're going to have 2 assistants, Natasha and Steve, working as individuals. Then we're going to do a combined, but also with the idea of separation. If you'll notice on the floor here, we've got some green lines. And what those green lines are for is so we're trying to keep that physical distancing and physical social distancing. So it is a 3-meter space on those green lines. And, or sorry, 2 meters, I should say. But it keeps the separation and being respectful for everybody. If you're in a family and you've got a couple of student members, obviously if you're living together, that's not an issue. But obviously if you're by yourself or if you wanted to work with somebody but separately, that's something you can consider. Anyways, so we're going to get started here. What we're going to start with first is we're going to get Steve to do the back end, attacking and defending. This is a Sambon Kumite. So obviously with white to yellow, it is by count, so we'll do it by count. And then we're going to do 3-step no count. All right, and then I'll get Natasha to do the front end after that individually. She'll work the 1-step and 3-step, and then, or sort of 3-step no count and count. Then we're going to combine them with social distancing with the green tape. And then we're going to do some little shifting stepping. So if you've got tight spaces, you can work on that. Awesome. Okay. All right. Steve, come on in. I'll get my pointer stick just in case. All right. Left leg, get around. So please, everybody, join in. Follow along as best you can. Keep up the pace. Ready? So this is by count. White to yellow belt syllabus. Ready? Attaching Jordan. Jordan. Notice how he drives. It's all in front stance. Not rising up the shoulder. Keeping the shoulder down. Good hikate hand. Focal point of the front punch. Face level. And on the last one, you always want a little bit of spirit and kiai. Some kiai. So when you're going back, so the key here is maintaining back. That's it. So now he's going to be working defense. So he goes back up into Yoish's anti-position. So he's going to wait for the partner, which will be Natasha in part of this drill. She's going to be in the front end. Again, there's going to be distancing between them, but you'll be able to visually see what's going on. So now he's going to wait for the attack from the other side. So go ahead. You can just use your voice, Natasha. Go ahead. Call your attack, Natasha. Okay. So just imagine she's there right now. Ready? So notice now, again, he's driving back, keeping his back straight, strong Agiyuki defense for the face. And on the final one, he's going to block and then counter punch and kiai. Sankiai! And your and bow. Perfect. Good job. Now we're going to work on the Chuden level. And this again, still 3-step by count. Left leg forward, get him out. So he's going to call his attack. Chuden! Chuden. And then obviously the partner will us to acknowledge. So just by count. Ready? Each. So now he's focusing his punch in the mid-level area. Again, keeping back straight, strong front stance. Each. On the final one, kiai. Sankiai! And the partner, which will be Natasha, will be blocking and countering that. And yola, yep. Again, always bow. Okay, now Steve's ready. Natasha's going to be attacking this time. She's going to put her right leg back. It'll be offset over here for social distancing. So she's going to call her attack. Ready? So using an outside block forearm defense for the basic levels and your level. This is the defense you want to do for mid-level attack. Ready? On the final one, he is going to block and counter, but what I'd like you to do with this one is I want you to counter face level. Change the levels, because the attack is Chudan level. I want you to counter Jodan level. Sankai! So then he is countered now face level. Again, no contact there. This is very important to this drill when you're working, whether it be with a natural partner or not. There should be no contact with this. And yoya. And otila. All right, so Steve's going to back away from this one. We're going to get into Natasha working this from her end. So now, I want you to imagine now, she's over here. So I want you to imagine Steve's about here, still maintaining that distance with our green tape. But the key is now you're going to see the other side of it. And please, continue your practice. Whether you're defending or attacking, please stay along with this idea and participate as we're doing the drill. So, and bow. Right leg back and around. Take! So call your attack.
Jordan.
Okay, and then obviously your partner will go us. So she's going to coming in, Jordan. Ready? Each. Deep. Sankya. So good, strong front stance. Jordan level punch without cramping up your shoulders. We're going to watch good, strong ikite. Hips are square. You want to attack, you don't want to over rotate. So maybe just hold your hip open for a second. There you go. So this is not what I want because you're basically, this would be good for a kazami, but a double technique, but at your level, you're just throwing one technique. So you do want your shoulders square. It's only when you're blocking you want to open up your hip, and I'll show you when she steps back. Okay, and up. Up. Okay, so now I want you to imagine, here's Steve on this end. Okay, he's going to call this attack.
Us.
Okay, ready? Now, you notice right away, she's opened her hips, so she's in hamni position. When you're defending, make sure your hip is open. This accentuates and supports the block, the rising block. And stepping back in. Deep. On the final one, she will counter and shoot a level counter punch. Sankai! Okay, so she finishes, block, and then rotates her hip. So then she finishes in a Chudan counter punch. And yo, yep. Up. So now Natasha's going to do the second attack, right leg back. Okay. So call attack.
Jordan.
Okay, so on the count. Ich. Deep. Sankai. Excellent. So this is all Chudan level. Steve would be doing the defensive outside block and counter punching face. And up and bow. Okay, so now Steve's going to be set, calling this attack. Chudan.
Us.
Ready? Ich. So again, when you're defending, how many? 45 degrees with your hips, but still keeping that front knee bent. Back leg is straight. Do not bend that back knee. Try it. It's okay, it has a little flex, but you do want to have a good, strong front stance. Ready? Deep. Make sure that block is going across your body, not just in front, because then the attack can still hit you. So it's rotating your hips. And on the final one, she'll counter Jordan level. Sankai! And up. And down. Awesome. Okay. All right. So now we're going to speed this up. Let's. So now Steve's going to demonstrate the first partner. He's going to demonstrate 3-step, no count. This is from yellow to orange belt. Left leg forward. Get him out. So he's going to go all the way through 3 steps and attacking Jordan. Call your attack. Jordan. And yo up. Okay, so now Natasha, she'll be on the other side. She's going to step back and call her attack.
Jordan.
Us. Ready? Okay, and up, bow. Perfect. So that is a 3-step no count. Now Steve's going to be attacking in Chudan level. Left leg forward, down. Call your attack. Chudan. Ready? Okay, and up. Bow. Okay, Natasha's going to be attacking Chuda and coming back.
Chuda.
Us.
Ready?
Hey.
Again, there is no count, so it's quick, fluid movements and blocking and countering very quickly in Ki. And Yoya. And open mouth. All right, so we're going to get the second partner in. Thank you, Steve. Okay. All right, from here, so Natasha, I want you to imagine he's still there. We will combine them together in a moment here. So Natasha, right leg back. Okay. Okay, so call your attack.
Chuda.
Ready? All the way through. So quick, sharp movements. And you're up. About. Steve's off camera, but he's going to call the attack.
Judan.
Us.
Ready?
Hey.
Good. And up and bow. Okay, now Natasha will attack Chudan level. Right leg back.
Hey.
Call your attack.
Chuda.
Ready?
Hey.
Good job. Good job. And up and bow. Steve's off camera, but he's going to call the attack.
Judan.
Us.
Ready?
Hey.
And up and bow. So Natasha's going to stay there. Steve's going to step in here now. Now again, respecting social physical distancing. We do have their tape marks so they know to keep that distance. The key is from the camera angle, it'll give sort of an appearance, yes, and always bow to each other, give the appearance that they're actually working closely together, but they're not. But just for the camera's sake, so it may look a little odd, especially in a couple of the steps, because obviously Steve's going to look a little smaller here. Normally he'd be quite a bit taller. But this gives you a perspective working with a partner without the physical contact. Hey, oh. So Natasha's going to be attacking first. Right leg back.
Hey.
Call your attack.
Chuda.
Us.
This is by count.
Samka.
And up and bow. Steve, right leg back.
Hey. Hey.
Call your attack.
Judan.
Us.
Samka. Up and bow. All right. The key thing with here is don't throw the block too soon. I know it's kind of hard because they're not actually in line with each other, but you do want to catch the attack. You don't want to block too soon, the attack comes underneath, or too late, because obviously there's no point for blocking. So try to catch the attack coming in. So Natasha's now going to attack Chudan level. Right leg back. Take.
Up.
Call your attack.
Chuda.
Us.
Still by count.
Samka.
And up. Wow. Steve's going to attack this time. Right leg back. Take. Call your attack.
Judan.
Samka. And up and bow. All right. So that is for the white yellow belt. Now we're going to move it up yellow to orange. So 3-step no count. So this is where you really have to understand and feel your partner. Obviously with the count, you're prompted to move. Now with this, now you've got to anticipate their movement, feel their movement, and move back appropriately and time your blocks. All right. So Natasha's going to attack first. Right back. Call your attack.
Chuda.
Us.
All the way through. Straight. And up the bow. Steve's going to attack this time. Take. Ready? Call your attack.
Judan.
Us.
All the way through.
Hey.
And up and bow. And there's always there's a bow every time. Just a courtesy thing. Now Natasha's going to do the second attack. Come on.
Hey.
Call your attack.
Chuda.
Us.
All the way through.
Hey.
And up the bow. Now Steve, second attack.
Hey.
Ready? Chudan.
Judan.
Us.
Hey.
And up. And bow. Awesome, guys. Awesome, awesome. Now, so we're going to just do a little bit of quick demonstration of shifting kumite. So with the shifting kumite, Natasha, why don't you come on in?
Us.
And so obviously, if you've got very tight spaces, maybe you don't have room for 3 steps. So the key here is to learn how to shift. You can do the 3-step, just working a very small space, like 3 feet space, depending on your length. And please, everybody, please participate in this. Work these 3-step drills back and forth constantly. And you can even work this little shifting drill. So Natasha, come more into the center area and bounce with the camera. Perfect. So we're actually going to do it from 2 different perspectives. We're going to have her facing front, and then we're going to have her doing it sideways. So that'll give you a good feel for it. Okay, that's like holding on. So we're going to do it by count to start, shifting in. So what she's going to do is she's going to draw the front leg back. Draw the front leg back, bring it to the back foot, and follow through with the 2nd step, and then the 3rd step. Just so you have an idea how she's keeping it in a very tight space. So we're going to do the agility and attack by count. Ready? Please everybody join in on this. Deep. Sankai. Perfect. And up. And back. Okay. Awesome. Now, she's going to do the defense. So when she does the defense, she's actually going to move the back leg up, then move back for the block. Up, then move back for the block. So it's just the opposite way of shifting. Okay? Go ahead and catch it. The left leg forward. Actually, you're in Shizentai. Shizentai. So she's on the defense. So actually move a little bit further forward. And then the real step, do the real step on the first one, the Adyuki. Ready? H. Now, she's going to bring up her back foot to the front and change feet. Deep. And on the 3rd one, she's going to do the same thing, but this time counter punch kiai. Sankai. Good job. Awesome. Okay, and up. And the same idea, we're going to apply for the Chudan level. So left leg forward. Take. All right, so she's going to do the same thing. She's going to draw the front foot back and then step through the other side. This is for Chudan attack. Ready? Ich. Deep. Sankai. Good. And up and down. So now she's in Yoi, she's in tight position. So the first move you make is the real step. So stepping back with that right leg. Ready? This is for Chudan attack. Ich. So, but now she's going to draw the front, back foot front, and then switch feet. Outside block. 2. And then counter on the 3rd one. 3 ki. And up. And down. Okay. Now, finish off. Okay. And actually, we're going to do it together as a partner. So let's do we're going to do the social distancing, the responsible thing here, but we're going to try this to give you a bit of perspective how this works with partners. Okay, so Steve's going to be attacking first.
So orange belts.
Orange belt, that's right. Orange belt. Awesome. Okay. Left leg. All right. So just watch what they do with this. Ready? All 3 steps. 1 count. Join.
Us.
Straight. And up. Down. So Natasha's going to attack this time. Okay.
Jordan.
Os.
And up and down. Now Steve's going to be attacking Chudan level. Okay. Call your attack.
Chudan.
Us.
Chudan.
Us.
Right.
Up. Now Natasha returns the attacker. Okay.
Right.
Jordan.
Os.
Awesome. And up. And up.
Os.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So I hope this helps you and give you some really good perspective. Obviously, we were very responsible for our social physical distancing with our tape marks. They were separate in their kumite. All right. Thank you very much. And we'll see you next week. So next class is going to be green and purple belts. Awesome. Thank you.